Hello everyone, TLSG here, back again with another daily Marvel Snap live stream. So I just did this entire intro. The reason I'm in the middle of a game, I did this entire intro, but instead of hitting start streaming, I hit start recording. So thank you guys for being here. I know it is not our standard stream time, so I appreciate you guys being here nonetheless. And thank you everyone that jumped in early. We have Q, Alexander, we have Harry, we have Astros, and then just thank you guys for being here. I was talking through. I jumped in the game and I was like, why is nobody responding in chat? Why don't I see anything? Yeah, I didn't start the stream. Hey Chubbs, how's it going? Thank you for being here. I hope that your Friday is going well so far. Ours is not too bad, at least to this point. And then Snake Eyes, hey, thank you for being here and jumping in. So they gave us a Widow's Bite, which feels kind of bad. It does buff up our collector a little bit, but it's still I don't think it still doesn't feel great. So we're actually going to stack away from the Strange Academy. Since we have a Limbo, we'll go to turn 7. And then Pulp, wowie. Yeah, it is one of those. And then Todd English, making sure that we end the week on a positive note. And so he came in and he gifted 20 subs right off the bat. Kappa got one. Gaseous. And the notifications should start going pretty soon. We're gonna have the Wong ongoing stream today. Thank you so much, Todd.
Welcome. It took you long enough.
Thank you so much, Todd, for the gift, for the support. Your support for the channel has always been so huge. It's always above and beyond. Thank you so very much, Todd. And then everybody
welcome. It took you long enough.
And then everybody that just got a gifted membership. If you refresh the stream, you should have access to all of our emojis that we have. So we have the Wong train, which it feels like it went kind of short today, right? It feels like normally it goes just a little bit longer than that. Nonetheless, thank you so much. And then I know Kappa, you've been wanting one, and then a few people that have been wanting or hoping for a gift of membership. I saw those come through, and if not, hold out hope. There's always more time. So the second location was Space Throne, which is kind of unfortunate. They can just pass. Yeah, we have the Wong ongoing train. Oh man. And then Jeremiah coming in with the resub, right? You get the highlighted message from a resub. And then I'm waiting for the notification to come through. This one should be it's taking a page out of Pilk's book. So I'm waiting for that one to come through. I'm wondering if maybe we froze the notifications. Oh, Jeremiah, that one better come through for you. Hey, Addy, how's it going? I hope you're having a great Friday so far. So far, Todd and Jeremiah have come in with huge amounts of support to start the stream off. I'm still hoping that one comes through, Jeremiah. I want to see that one in writing. If you froze the notification, that's probably ideal. I didn't purposely freeze the notifications. I wanted them to keep going, but I'm curious if maybe the Wong ongoing train kind of broke it. It's stolen Wong, so wrong. Ooh, we did get a stolen Wong. It's wrong, but it feels right. So I think we go ahead and we bounce some cards back into our hand. We want to get our collector buffed up. We need him to kind of, I don't know, keep up the pace. I didn't mean to cap out the Limbo location. They pulled one of our cables over there with Polaris. The stolen Wong feels wrong, but right at the same time. Let me pull up the notification. Todd knows how to break the notifications. It's weird because it worked. It worked the last stream, and I think it was either a 20 and a 10 or a 30 all at once. And so it's really strange that it broke now, and I'm really sad. I wanted to hear. I get a really big kick out of like breaking the text to speech kind of pattern, and so I was really looking forward to hearing it meow like 30 times. So I'm pulling up the overlay to see if I can figure out what's going on, see if I can fix it. Sometimes I just have to pull it up and then close it back out. And sometimes that will fix it, but I'm not able to re-trigger a specific message, I don't think. So we're going to trigger a membership.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Okay, so that one's from our end. That one came through fine. Our collector's not quite up to par with after Hazmat. Took these down. I think we have to go with a Do we go with a yellow jacket? Yeah, because we can't do both of these. Maybe this turn we go with a Devil Dino. Next turn we go with a Wong and a Nick Fury. That will generate 6 cards or however many cards our hand can hold to buff up our collector. I don't think it'll be enough to win us the Limbo location though. And then Alexander, with the 2-month resub, let's see if yours comes through. I still have the notification pulled up. Did we fully break it? I think we fully broke it. No. I have to hope that it will come through eventually. Oh, and our member goal got reset. It shows we only have 1 member. The Wong train. The Wong train. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. We can do the Wong, the Nick Fury, which will generate 4 cards in our hand. I think if they're smart, they'll skip this turn, we'll lose. But we got to figure out this notification thing. Let me save it, close out. So our Devil Dino is killed with the Enchantress. So maybe we have a shot, because they used most of their energy here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, the Devil Dino's power, the Devil Dino's base power, maybe what saves us this game. Is that the win condition? Because if Devil Dino was still a 4 and 0, it would be 0 power right now. We would have lost the Strange Academy lane. We ended up winning that game because of the change. I know that I was hesitant about it, but Alexander, I tried to fix it. Does Fury have a huge impact? I've tried to swap it out with White Queen since I've got no Fury yet. I don't think it's huge. It's nice. It's very niche. It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, it's nice to have those 3 cards come into your hand to buff up your collector and Devil Dino. But other than that, I think a White Queen is a decent kind of sub out. I've tried it. I've tried it on Sulky Hulky on the free to play account, and I use White Queen on that one. So if I had to sub, it would be White Queen. Let me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Todd, the huge support. Jeremiah and Alexander. I'm so sorry that the stream alert broke. I've never had it fully break. I don't even know how to correct it at this point. And so, I mean, we can emulate.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
We can emulate a couple, but that doesn't feel as good. Let me see if I can do a custom super chat. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Let's see. Your messages will be read. It may have to be manual, but we're gonna make it happen. And so let's see. This one's gonna be by. Actually, I can change the name to your names as well. This one is gonna be Jeremiah. No, it's gonna be Soul Knife. And then it should come through.
Oh, I get to do this. TLSG.
I think Jeremiah, I think that one was worth the wait. Let's go ahead and hit Alexander's as well. I don't think we're fully fixed. I'm having to trigger these manually. But at least we get to have them read. I felt really bad that you guys used your highlighted message and it didn't go through. And so this one is Alexander. We will send this one through, and then I'll save. I'll back out of the overlay.
TLSG, hi.
They were both worth the wait. Thank you guys both for the support. Let's see. The duplication is awesome. Yeah, having it pulled up on both. Oh my gosh. So let's see if I reload this one and then close out of it. We'll see. If any other notifications come through that don't trigger automatically, then I'll do them manually if I need to. So thank you guys for the support. You guys, you're incredible. I every time that these things come through, I know that I say that I'm blown away that the support and that we have the best community. But I do truly believe that this is one of the most positive communities that I've seen on YouTube. And I am so happy to be a part of it and be able to help foster this positivity. Did we break the game sound in the process? I don't have any game audio now. We're still live, right? You guys can still hear me? Oh my gosh. Let me maybe switch to desktop mode. We have the TLSG has managed to get an oil baron as a fan. Hey, that's huge. Kappa, thank you for. I'm assuming you're talking about you. Thank you for being here. And then Westy4, hey, welcome to the chat. I'm glad you were able to jump in and join us. We're having some technical difficulties today. We had a long ongoing. It's like the Exodia combo. It just kept going for so long with the gifted subs that it ended up breaking our our notifications. I have to figure out what's going on. But we were able to trigger several of them manually, so at least we get a little glimpse into it. But Wes, thank you for being here. Astros, thank you for being here. And then Wes, you said just listen to your guest host on the Snap Zone podcast. Great job, thank you. That's the first time I've done kind of a formalized like podcast recording, and so I even asked him at the end. I was like, was that okay? Like if there's any pieces that were unusable, I'm not going to be offended if they get cut, because I know that I have like a lot of false starts. I use like filler words like and ah. But I really enjoyed being on there. And I'm glad that I was able to have the opportunity to jump in there, and I hope that it was enjoyable. And so we had a pretty lucky win for our first game. It was great. You both wanted to rework Cyclops, and you both had awesome ideas. Yeah, and I had this like thought in the back of my mind, and I almost asked him before we started recording, when he posed the question of like, if you had to rework a character, who would it be? I had this thought in my head that was like, well, maybe we need to verify that we're not doing the same thing, and then I just kind of brushed it off, and I don't know. I think it worked out wonderfully that we both had the same idea. Jeremiah, you stole a Q game, so. Are you trying to queue just a little bit later than you were before? And then if you are on the stream, but maybe you're not in our Discord, if you do want to find the podcast, it is linked in our Discord, in the Marvel Snap Discord, and the Marvel Snap Zone Discord as well. And so if you do want to check out the episode, it will be in all of those places. So this one's kind of tough. We can do... we can do Nick Fury over here, which is going to generate 3 more cards. It'll buff up our Nick Fury, or our collector. I think this one may be okay. Roughly 0.5 seconds before I saw you click. And so a little bit... Okay, yeah, so a little bit before I click. Ooh, so we end up getting another retreat. So we may be having some technical difficulties. Is the desktop audio at a decent level? Is it coming through too loud, too quietly? Because I can adjust it. I had to shift off of the headphones and just go with the desktop audio. And so if I need to make some adjustments, I will. Harry, oh hi. And then Meggy. So we haven't matched into either Jeremiah or Q. It's been a while since I've matched into Jeremiah. I think the last time we did was like during a hot location on a weekend, and I think this is the last time I've been able to match against Soul Knife. Yeah, Jeremiah is Soul Knife. Did I say something different? If I did, my bad. Jeremiah is Soul Knife in game. And then our first location is Westview. The second one's Nowhere. So Nowhere is a little bit tough for us. If we end up just doing our Devil Dino, it's fine in Nowhere. That kind of protects him from Enchantresses, Rogues. But if we ever wanted to Arnhem Zola it, we would need to play it in one of the other 2 locations. So I'm going to start building. Soul Knife is Jeremiah and is Goose and is tier list master. Yeah, Jeremiah has been putting in some incredible work on our community tier list. And so Jeremiah, that wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be able to manually do all of those things. without that help. And so you've been lifting heavily on it. Are the animations faster now? So certain animations they did speed up. So like the hand switching or like Moon Girl duplicating cards, both of those they sped up. There's still a few that they're wanting to kind of push a little bit faster. So like the Exodia combo, right now that takes over 10 minutes to resolve. If you hit the perfect Exodia combo and you use Gambit, you use Ironheart, you use Hazmat, it takes over 10 minutes for the full thing to resolve. That's, I mean, obviously after a certain point, it should just kind of cap out and end because you're not getting any other upside, or maybe it should. Is a highlighted message, the super chat, the thing that is read out loud? Yeah, Todd. The highlighted message, the super chats are what gets read through the text to speech. And so we can actually... Actually, no, we don't need to duplicate Devil Dino, do we? We can do... Maybe we do a Nick Fury, then we do a Devil Dino, and then we can hit it with an Arnim Zola on the last turn, which will move both of them over into these other locations. Love the Discord tier list. Yeah, it's turned out much better than what I thought. And a lot of cards kind of fell into that ideal placement, but others were kind of complete wild cards. And so, what if Dino, Fury, Zola on Kamartaj? Nicholas, yes, that is the exact playline that I was thinking. But the only kind of variance that I did to it was I played Nick Fury first. That way it kind of protects our Devil Dino a little bit. It doesn't give them a free turn to potentially do like a counterplay, so like a rogue or an enchantress. But it looks like maybe they're doing the Exodia combo. If it looks like they assemble all of the pieces, the arms, the legs, the head, the body of Exodia, we will probably retreat because I do not want to make you guys sit through 10 minutes of animation. It is brutal. Whether win or lose, it is brutal. But the Discord tier list, I still need to vote on the 6 cost. There's been some wild cards that I really didn't expect to land where they landed, and then others that definitely turned out about where I would have expected them to. So they have the Onslaught. They do Patriot last, so they could Mystique the Patriot. If they Mystique the Patriot, go Rocks go. I think they probably had Mystique in hand, or at least I would think. So if we do Arnim Zola, we're gonna have pretty okay. I guess they maybe didn't have Mystique. Maybe they didn't have Mystique in hand and they got the Rocks. But we were gonna be able to move both Devil Dinos over. So we're having a lot of retreats, but we're having a lot of luck today. We're having a lot of decent games. They're not going the full distance, but we're having like 2 and 4 cube victories here and there. And Jeremiah, and you should add your comments to the final list. And you both have good takes. So I'm really interested to see Jeremiah's. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Maybe even for like a I don't know. I don't necessarily want to make a video out of it because it's a very niche like group. But I do think recording my comments, whether that be in text or audio, I think that'd be really cool to see for the community, just to kind of talk through like where everything fell and in combination with like where I would have placed it or my thoughts or where I think it should go. And so no, I think that's a great idea, Harry. Chauncey, you were going to play your own Arnim Zola, but Nick Fury gave you a cheaper. I mean, yeah, you're right. I guess we could have played Arnim Zola, the cheaper one, and then played a cheap Sentinel as well, just to push a little bit of extra power. And then Jeremiah, I think you could make a good reaction video to the final list. Yeah, if we think that it would kind of reach a good enough audience, I would absolutely be okay with doing that. And even if not, even if it's just kind of our small Discord community, I think it may still be worth it just to kind of run through the lists, give proper thanks to Jeremiah for doing the heavy lifting on the event and all of that. And Todd English, I just want to make sure, you asked about the highlighted message. I just want to make sure that you didn't send one through and it just didn't come through. Because if so, then I'll trigger it manually. I just don't want anyone to send one and then it just not work out. The tier list videos do pretty well. Yeah, and even if it doesn't, I think this one is exciting enough And so there it comes through. Let's see if the notification, the notifications are fixed.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr purr purr.
And for anyone that's not in the Discord, my daughter is my daughter's homesick, so that's why we're streaming a little bit later than normal. And so I told everyone in the Discord that we would be doing a stream. It would just be later. And Todd said that would be his message. So the kind of song for when somebody is sick in The Big Bang Theory, and I had several hours to kind of digest and anticipate it, but that text to speech kind of I guess troll. I can never fully anticipate it. Vin Kelsier, hey, how's it going? I'm glad to see you in the stream. I hope your day's going well so far, and I hope that you're rejoicing in the peak being or having gone away. I know that a lot of people were either really enjoyed it or they really, really detested it. It was probably one of the most strongly the location that had the strongest feelings around it. But Vin Kelsier, thank you for being here. And for those of you that may not know, Vin Kelsier is kind of a lot of the creative mind behind some of the lists that we run. So in the snap.fan Discord, along with Dunkoro, he does a lot of great work on kind of making lists efficient and finding ways to make them work well. And then Wes, I had a great time with the peak. So I had a great time like the first day. After that, trying to switch into something, like something new to build. I felt like I still needed to go with the like Mr. Negative route. And so I had fun with it, but I think for that one in particular, 2 days felt just like it was a little bit long. I was a little bit excited for it to go away. And most of the time I really enjoy them building multiple lists around it. And then Vin Kelsier, are your streams PG-ish in language? Yeah, so especially being on YouTube, and just trying to reach be something that can be played while you're at work or with family. I do keep it PG in the streams and in the videos, because I would hate to. I have a couple of kids. I would hate to be listening to a streamer and then all of a sudden they just start dropping the swear words and the slanders, and then I have to it puts you in a weird spot. And so I do want to make sure that anybody that has that kind of situation going on, that you don't have to worry. I'm not gonna throw out anything incredibly inappropriate. And then Astros, I would also imagine a what to know going into Marvel Snap global launch could potentially get mega views. Yeah, and I don't know. I have a vast amount of knowledge about the game. Like, I've played a lot. So it feels weird to kind of go back to that. I want to make sure that if I do one of those videos, that it is truly going to be helpful for that newer audience. And so I think there's a specific nuance to trying to figure out a good way to do that I'm still kind of working through. So we're on our final turn. We could do a few kind of smaller plays in Asgard and Hala, unless we think that we can keep the Devil Dino and keep the win with just the 15 power here. But I think we're going to potentially need more. It's going to be 7, 8, 9, 7. That's going to be 10 power, so it pushes 14 here. It keeps us at 17 here. I think that may even be a little bit better than doing a Devil Dino, just in case they push power into Hala. We might would be better off if we push power over here, because this is going to be the more ideal location for them to try and steal or swing. But I'm going to kind of split our differences just a little bit. And then Vin Kelsier, great. I use speakers and I'm work from home today, and kids are out of school for the day. Yeah. So you shouldn't have to worry. I would hate to put anybody in that spot, where like my daughter right now, she's a sponge, and so like she overhears something, and then that's all she says for the next couple of hours, and I would hate for it to be something inappropriate. And then TLSG Family Man, which is weird. If I'm wanting to do like a really long stream on global release, and that one may be the only time where something potentially non-PG comes through, because at a certain level, I want to kind of offer a reward sounds weird, but like for hitting a certain metric. So whether that be like viewers, subscribers, super chats, I'm not sure like how to measure where those tiers will be. But I do want to, one of those would be like pulling up one of the old That Livestream Guy videos, which is kind of where my name comes from. And those are really like, I was still pretty young and didn't necessarily know like where you're still trying to figure it out. And so you emulate a lot, you still try and figure out like where you stand. And so a lot of those are like, there's swear words all throughout them. And so if we'd hit that certain point, then I think it would definitely be something that may potentially come through the stream. But that would be like the only time that something like that would happen. And so we do pull out the win. That is 5 in a row? Is that 4 or 5 in a row? We've been having some really, really positive luck. Todd started us off the right way with a 20 gifted. We had Jeremiah who resubbed. We had Alex who resubbed. We had Todd with the super chat, giving the soft kitty to hope my daughter well soon, and then Mohammed. I don't think I called yours out, but thank you so much for the second month of membership and the very nice message that hope she gets better soon. She is on the up and up, so she is starting to do better. She's starting to kind of come back to herself. She's one that she's always all over the place. She is a very energetic, very, very active child. And yesterday she was just like she didn't want to get up off the couch or out of her chair. You could just tell that she felt really bad. She's starting to feel a little bit more like herself today. So I'm hopeful that she's going to bounce back in maybe by later today or tomorrow. And then Sapal, how young were you in the old TLSG videos? So it depends. It depends how far back I go. So there was the TLSG, which those were probably late teens, so maybe like 19 into 20. And then before that, I had some from when Call of Duty 4 like was coming out. YouTube was just kind of still trying to find its mark, and the gameplay commentaries were first coming out, and I took a swing at some of those. My first few were really, really bad because I've never presented myself in front of a camera at that point, and so it was like really awkward. But for those, I would probably have been maybe 16, 17, and then the live stream ones would have been closer to 19, 20. And then Vin Kelsier, currently I'm 30. So if that's what you were asking, if you were asking how old I am currently. And then Jacques, only missing Quinjet from this list. And this list probably really needs it. It depends. The kids. Kelsier, sorry. So I have a son who is 11, and then I have a daughter who is at 18 months. And so I have a pretty wide spread. They both have very unique personalities, and they always keep me on my toes. But it's just the two right now. But it does keep me very, very busy. So I think we're going to play Bishop into Monster Island. We need a good power push to compete with our Angela over here. And that may be a decent one to hit with maybe an Arnold Zola late game, because duplicating the 9 power into a different lane might do us a decent amount of good. We'll play Bishop into Shadowland for now. Mohammed, I just turned 30 as well. Well, happy belated birthday. I'm not sure like how recently, but happy birthday nonetheless. Did you have any like fears of turning 30? I know a lot of people, it's like you're losing your 20s, your like 30 is like a strange transition age for a lot of people. I didn't necessarily have any issues with it. I feel like I've been an old soul for a while, so getting a little bit older isn't too much of anything. But as far as Quinjet in this list, there's a lot of times where it would be useful. So like in combination with the Sentinel, reducing that power or that cost down to 1, you can then use Sentinel a whole lot of times or several times out onto the board. But other times it may not really do a whole lot for you. And so I don't know that it's absolutely required. You may be Vin Kelsier, it's 30 is ages ago. So you may be able to navigate it without it. And I'm sure it's not that many ages ago, Vin Kelsier. And even if so, we like card games, like it's really strange. Marvel Snap and just card games in general unite such a wide like spectrum of audience. So whether that be globally, like your actual location or your age difference, it's really interesting to see all of the different perspectives and everything that feeds in, and just kind of how everything ties together. So like me particularly, every time I'm streaming, I probably ask once or twice per stream when someone comes in and says, hey, I'm from like Australia, I'm from this location. I don't know why I have an obsession with what time it is over there, or wherever you're at. Just because it is so vastly different than like our time zones, or like for me it's midday, but for a lot of other people it's like 2-3 a.m. And then Q, speaking of age, I can't believe I was so excited about reaching infinite when I beat you a week ago that I failed to remember that it was also my birthday that very day. Oh my gosh, you you even posted the celebration of reaching infinite, but didn't say that it was your birthday. Happy belated birthday, Q. Thank you for all of the insane matches. I think we're gonna hit the Arnhem Zola here, as long as they play a decent amount of power. We should be okay. Gabriel, you're correct. You're correct that it's 2 or 3 a.m. We have a pretty big like following on kind of that side of the globe, and so for a lot of people, and that's why I try to do my lunch. Like my lunch live streams are really early. It's not necessarily a lunchtime. It is more of a like midday stream for me, so it's like 10 a.m. But for a lot of people, it's getting like late in the day, and so I try to do them a little bit earlier, just to accommodate how wide of a viewership we have. And then Muhammad, thanks. I did have some fears, but I no longer feel them. I feel I'm still the same person, and like nothing has changed. Yeah. I feel like for the most part, nothing really changed. Like maybe my knees hurt a little bit more when rain comes, or something similar. But otherwise, you know, the same TLSG as the day before I was 30. It's just a number at most points. As long as you're doing what you enjoy, then I don't think we should fear getting older. And then Vinkel's here, 38. That's not too far off of 30. You said ages ago. It's just a couple of years. It's not that bad. Ooh, and I was wanting to do in my last video, I wanted to open all of my collector's reserves. I may do that at the very end of this stream and then kind of clip it into a more structured video afterwards. But I have 62 collector's reserves to unlock. I haven't opened one since I pulled my last card of Mystique. And so I'd be really curious what we end up getting overall after we open all of those. And so I may do that at the very end of the stream to kind of like wind it down and rein in the weekend. And so we are going to go ahead and jump in. We did get our first loss. We ended up retreating. The magic play from that last game is just a little bit too much to overcome. Hey, we get Jeremiah. It has been so long since we have been able to match into Jeremiah. And so Astro's Mystique was your last card. Oh yes, it was a very long time coming. It has been something that I was looking forward to for a long time, and it just took forever to get there. And so yeah, it definitely did hurt. The targeted card acquisition would have been very, very much welcomed, because Mystique is one that I really, really wanted, along with Wong, and both of those were pretty close to the tail end of my collection. And so Chauncey, we need to do an opening video. So Chauncey, would you rather me not do it on stream and then just do it in a structured video, or do it on stream and then I take the recording and then make it into a more structurized video for those that maybe don't watch the live streams, or didn't watch until the very end? And then Kraken Knoll, 35 here, but served in the military, so my body is 45. I can imagine. I can imagine all of the like the hardships that your body goes through when serving. And so first, thank you for your service, and second, I'm sure that it's, I wouldn't necessarily, maybe not a struggle, but it is something that you have, like, that's very prevalent there at all times. And so 35 is still pretty young, but whenever your body's gone through that much, we'll go ahead and snap with them too. When your body's gone through that much, it can change a lot. So I think we're gonna do our Quinjet here. We're gonna do Cable. That will steal 2 of their cards. And so you said it's Goose versus Nick Fury, which is really fitting. I didn't even think about that. That's an incredible matchup. Sammy, thank you for calling that one out because I completely overlooked it. I definitely prefer it in a live stream. Okay, perfect. And then John, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. If this is the first time you've seen us, we have plenty of content on YouTube for you to consume. We have a never-ending stream of daily uploads, so there is going to be plenty for you to view over there. Kraken, mainly my knees and hips. Everything else is great, which is good. I mean, I know that it can be a wide array of kind of that long-term impact. And so, I mean, on one note, at least it is just that. It could be worse, but it could be better as well. Stream then video. People love seeing openings. Yeah. This is definitely something that I didn't anticipate, like building them up. But once I saw the recent update for the variants, I want to unlock any super rares naturally that I can before that goes away. He has an Electro. So that really scares me about like doing a Doc Ock. So maybe we do something like a Sentinel. Actually, our Sentinel and Beast wouldn't do it. Maybe we do Sentinel, Beast, and mid. That will buff up our Angela, pull them back in, and then we can kind of replace them. Oh boy, I can draw 4 of his cards. Reverse the order. Oh, gotcha. And so we're gonna put the bot in timeout. It didn't take them very long to find us today. I hope they justified the price hike for the variants with actual animations. Yeah, I hope that at 1200 cost, I hope that it is a very, very strongly unique card. Or a variant to justify the price hike. And so I hope it's not just like a base model. I hope that it is something that feels worthwhile of 1200. And then Sapal, oh neat, I didn't know that Quinjet will retroactively work for cards that you already have. My bad. No, so, oh yeah. So as soon as it's on the board, the reversed order of the Cable and Quinjet. Yeah, so as long as it's not from your starting deck, no matter when you put Quinjet on the board, it will take effect. And so it is pretty cool in that regard. So the Destroyer here, we can overcome their power with it. I don't think we want to do the Doc Ock. I think we want to stay away from the Doc Ock play. We might just do a Devil Dino and then kind of play it by ear for the last turn to see what he plays. He might try to lock down one of these locations. I'm not for sure. And then Jacques just got a Professor X and Wave variant from Season Cash 51 and 52. My luck is probably doomed for eternity now. Maybe not. On my free-to-play account, I had a lot of really good pulls for quite a while, and so I mean, it may not be completely tanked. Nicholas, oh dang, all the power and no downside. Yeah, the Destroyer is pretty big. With an Electro ramp, I really like that play line, but he didn't go with the Taskmaster to follow it up, so maybe a Dr. Doom. Ooh, Dr. Doom would be huge. So Dr. Doom here would win it for him. Ooh. And so we can do a couple of cards. We have initiative. do we gamble? Do we gamble on a Doc Ock play? We can gamble on a Doc Ock play and then something from our deck. Because of Quinjet, we can play both Doc Ock and Jubilee. Otherwise, we'd only be able to play one card. The Doc Ock with an Electro ramp. Oh, he has 8 mana, right? Because the on reveal. Oh, we're gonna lose to Jeremiah here. Jeremiah locked in my last turn. Tell us how to beat it. How do we counter it, Jeremiah? How do we come up over that? Whatever you locked in, the 2 cards that you dropped, the 2 6-cost cards. So Leader maybe, Leader, and then a Dr. Doom would be huge. 3 cards. Never mind. Jeremiah, you found TLSG in game. Yep, he definitely did, and I think he beat us pretty badly. I think that is going to be a very handy loss that we are getting handed here. So the double Dr. Doom, okay, that is expected. And then the death, and then there's the leader. Yeah, the leader, which is going to pull into Kamartaj. Huge ender. You had to just rain on our parade. We were winning a few too many times. And then Jeremiah coming in with a huge electro ramp deck, which with Kamartaj is always insane. Always a huge high roll. Absolutely incredible. You can't even be mad at it. It's like you got beat so bad that it's not even like where you're kind of kicking yourself for misplaying one card here or there. It's just you got beat so bad that there was no turning back. It's almost like the Paris game from a couple of videos back. It's just one of those that you just have to watch and just accept it. Progenito, hey, how's it going? I hope that you're having a great day. Thank you for joining us for our lunch live stream. We have maybe 1 or 2 more games, and then we'll open up our season caches, and then from there we will turn that into a video later. But that's how we're going to end the stream today. So maybe 1 or 2 more games. See if we can kind of gain a few of the cubes that we just donated to Jeremiah. Actually, no, we didn't donate them. They were earned fair and square. We want to earn back a few of the cubes that we lost to Jeremiah. And then it took him quite a while to finally find us, but when he did, he made sure that it counted. So very good game. Very good game, Jeremiah. Astros, oof, yeah. That one was a tough one. So actually, I kind of like the Beast with a Green Goblin. So we're going to be able to bounce that back into our hand. We'll be able to send it back their way towards the later part of the game, which is always a fun interaction for me. I think that may be more advantageous for us than doing something like the Angela. And so I think we bounce it back into our hand. We send it to them over here, potentially. That way we buff up our Angela still, and it's going to be a return to sender. Just not quite as instantaneous as like a Viper, but it's going to be a return to sender nonetheless. So we can pull it back in our hand. If they don't cap this location out, we can send it here. It'll still buff up our Angela, which should give us a pretty solid lead in Monster Metropolis. And then from there, we just have to figure out how to win one of the other 2. And I think Necrotia should be pretty decently possible for us to win with how big we can get our Devil Dino to be. And we do have Arnhem Zola. But we're also going to pull into a card at the end of this turn. So dropping the Devil Dino into Grand Central would be a gamble. We don't know for sure if that is what gets pulled, or maybe it hits just the high roll and it does Devil Dino, and then we get Arnhem Zola off of it. You can even double the Goblin with Moon Girl. If we could get rid of enough of our cards, we could, and then it'd be a double return to sender, which is just adding insult to injury to him at that point. Yeah, the no hand space becomes a bit of an issue, especially with this list. And so Moon Girl is not going to be something that's as actively used, but there are games where maybe we drop it on turn 6, maybe we do a double Devil Dino so we can drop one on 5 and 6. There are some decent uses for it, but a lot of times some of our other cards take priority. So I think we're going to, the Agent 13 into Necrotia doesn't feel great. It would end up being 0 power anyways. Let's go ahead and put it into Grand Central. We'll see what Grand Central pulls into. It may pull into our Moon Girl, which would be cool. It may pull into Devil Dino, and then we can drop Moon Girl or Nick Fury onto the board. I think we have a decent shot here. I probably should have snapped a little bit ago, seeing kind of how good the layout of my cards were. The Doc Ock's not terrible. We might pull into. Okay, no, we don't. We don't pull into Devil Dino, Arnhem Zola. None of them, but we do get, it does get all of our card generation cards, so we're still going to have a full hand size. They're not gonna stop us there. Grand Central will now pull into Arnhem Zola, which will cap out our Monster Metropolis lane, which is kind of interesting. And then we only have 8 power here. I think the Devil Dino and then the Wasp play, which the Wasp was generated by Agent 13. Actually, no. Wasp is going to hurt us more than it helps. So playing Wasp will get us 1 power. It'll lose us 2 in the Devil Dino. So we're going to go with this. I think we should come up over him in Grand Central. I think we have a pretty outstanding lead in Monster Metropolis. As long as they don't do anything really crazy here, I think we can steal this win away. Maybe even if they magic, we can do another Devil Dino on them. So the Juggernaut has nowhere to push the cards, unfortunately, for him. The Killmonger doesn't. It only targets our Agent 13, which is not going to be enough to swing it in their favor. We have to slowly start chipping away at the deficit that the cube size deficit that Jeremiah left us in. If we queue into him again, we have to steal those cards back. Casey, they're on Science, I bet. That is kind of what it looked like, running kind of that Science. Ooh, Nicholas, yeah, he could have done Killmonger first and then Juggernaut to push the Devil Dino out. Yeah, that would have been a second there. It says the reconnection has gone through. Are we, for the chat, are we back again? Are we good? We good? Swirly. the stream died momentarily, but then it came back, and so Hayes, yeah, you did just make you did finally make one of the streams. I'm glad that you were able to jump in and join us. Okay, so we're back. I'm not sure what happened there. So I think we can do. I definitely think we do a Quinjet at some point, so that we can reduce the cost of our Devil Dino. Maybe we do a collector, and then we start duplicating some cards in the cloning vats. Good. Don't want to miss the chance. Don't want to miss the reverse opening, or the reserve opening. Yeah. I would hate for it to end kind of like it did the other day, and we end up missing those that opening. And so I am glad that it's back. So let's see. We can do the Quinjet into Onslaught Citadel. Maybe we target Devil Dino into the cloning vats and then hit it with an Arnim Zola. Something went wrong with my internet just momentarily. It dipped really poorly for just a second, and then it came back. I'm done queuing myself. I hope you get one in there, Q. Yeah, so we'll do one more for you, Q, to see if we can match up with you. And then after that, we will do the cash opening or the reserve opening. And then I'm gonna take a nap while my daughter's still asleep. So I think we do Quinjet. I don't know that we necessarily drop our Beast. We don't have anything that really elevates itself from the cloning vat, so something like a Venom or a Carnage or a Wolfsbane are all really good in the cloning vats because it retains their buffs. But the Quinjet is going to reduce our cards by 2. We'll be able to do a Devil Dino, and then afterwards it'll be a 3 cost. Ooh, and then we'll be able to do a Beast. So depending on how, if they stack their Green Goblins here, maybe we can steal it back with the Beast and return to Cinder. There'll be 1 cost Green Goblins. Because of our double Quinjet here. Ricardo, hi, is this deck good if I don't have Nick Fury? Yeah, I think this deck list can still potentially hold its own. I would think a White Queen would be a decent replacement. It's not going to be a perfect like one-to-one switch, but it's still a decent replacement nonetheless. So I think it's still navigatable even without. So I think we do a Cable next turn. No. So we're not going to be able to do Arnim Zola on the Devil Dino. So maybe we do. Okay, they ended up retreating. I was really looking forward to sending back 1 cost Green Goblins their way. I guess I took too long to decide on that one. We'll try and go through the next one a little bit quicker. And so for Q, we are about to queue up. Maybe we can get a good final boss battle for our last match of the day. And Q into Q. No, we get Ofra again. That's 3 in a row for Ofra. I feel bad for Ofra. We stole a few of their cubes. Do we retreat and give Q one more chance to queue into us? I kind of want to retreat. Ofra's had to deal with us for too long. We're gonna back out of this one. We're not too worried about cubes at this point. Let's go ahead and put them in timeout. They found us again. Yeah, and so we're gonna retreat. And so then Q, I will give you a countdown. For our queue. We're going to give it just a second so that maybe Ofra can find a different match first. I hate going against someone like 3 times in a row. Whether it's all losing, all winning, I just feel bad. And so Q, we're going to queue up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if that helps you with your timing because of the latency, but we're going to give it a shot. And then we do have our puppy in the background. That Q took a really long time to match somebody. So maybe it's just not meant to be today, Q. I was really interested to see what deck list you were running. I thought about Vin Kelsier. I thought about trying to snipe. The one time that I've matched up against you, Vin Kelsier, you were running a quest completion deck, and I felt so bad because I was really excited. I was like, he's going to be brewing something like phenomenal, and then it was the 4 cost drop deck, and so I was so deflated after after I saw. And then Jeremiah, we're all sniping. Yeah, we have a lot of people that try and queue up while I'm live, and it's kind of like a game, seeing who can get who can queue in the most times. So far, it's been Q. Q's been pretty successful for the most part. Has a pretty long track record. Usually, we match into him between 1 and 3 times per stream. Yeah, it was on the 1 and 4. It was the 1, 4 on the quest. Yeah. yeah. Whenever you messaged me afterwards, I was like, oh man. And here I was trying to figure out a way that those cards could fit together in a good list, and it was just a quest farming deck list. And so let's do. I think we start stacking our Sentinels. We have a couple of extra turns. We're gonna have Sarah on 5. We have the additional turn with a Devil Dino. I think the main thing that we want is to keep our hand size kind of full. And really stealing their cards with Cable doesn't do us a huge amount of good. We can do a Cable and then pull it back in with Beast to try to see if maybe we pull one of the resources. I mean, now we have a never-ending Beast cycle, which is also kind of interesting. So we can now drop Electro. We can pull those back in with Beast. That is going to push us back to 6 cards. Then we can cycle it back with another Beast. If we had a bishop or anything that benefited from playing massive amounts of cards, that would be pretty big. I'm just going to bounce the Cable 1 time just to steal an additional resource. We're going to drop Sarah this turn, and then also so that we can keep our hand size full for the Devil Dino. Does that give you any advantage to Beast Cycle? Not with this one. If we had a bishop, potentially, because then you could keep your cards at a really low cost, and you could just kind of cycle them for each of those remaining turns. But with this one, since we don't have like a collector, we don't have even an Angela, we don't get really much upside from it, Jeremiah. Very, very niche games you can, but this one's not going to be one of them. It is going to be good to catch a negative card. I think we wait 1 turn though. Actually, we don't know. It's a District X location, or it's a District X build, so we don't know for sure. It could be, but it could be good, but it might also end up being like an unusable card. I think we go with our Sarah this turn. That way we get some advantage. Yeah, it's a District X negative, so it's a gamble. I think we go with Sarah. Next turn we will go with Cable, and we'll see what we get from the negative. Dang, Funshake is confident. Well, I snapped, but they stuck it in, or they stuck in there, and so they might be confident. To do the Mr. Negative, that is bold for a District X list. I don't think I would drop Mr. Negative because that can create so many like horrible swings for yourself. So let's do the Devil Dino. We can do the Cable, and we want to save this one for something maybe decently powered. And then we're going to drop the Black Widow as well. I know that reduces our hand size a decent amount. That Doctor Strange shocker is pretty hardcore. I know, like this power is really, really overwhelming. I don't know how we're gonna top it. So let's go with the Cable. His deck is District X. It's random. Yeah, his deck is so strange. Yeah, so the first location was District X, so it's a very random deck. So the card that we stole was a Misty Knight. Not a huge card. It actually hurts it to be inversed. So they have the Lady Sif, but we have the Ghost Rider that, I mean, maybe they had 2. Maybe they had one in their actual list, and then we stole one from District X. Hobgoblin's pretty nice, though. Do we send it? I think they cap out the Limbo location. I think they cap out the Limbo. What a way to end it. That is going to be the last game. We will go through the 62. I think it's 61 right now. I will advance a few cards to get it up to 62. And then we'll open 62 collector's caches on the stream and see what we unlock. We'll take note of what our starting gold and credits are. And then actually, no, I think we need to probably use a decent amount of credits because we may get close to capping it out, and I'd hate to stop midway through. So let's look at our quality. Let's try to push anything that's purple up to legendary. I've found myself in a really weird niche where I'm trying to get everything orange. And so let's do that. That's going to spend a decent amount of our... How many are you opening? I'm going to open all 62 Q. Well, I guess however many we have after using our credits right now. We'll do anywhere from 62 to maybe 63, 64. It just depends on how far this pushes us. And so I'm curious. Yeah. And so I haven't opened a single collector's reserve since I pulled my last card, and that was at collection log level 3,800. And so we've came a very, very long way since then. So we have a lot of reserves to pull. And looking at, actually, I'm going to pull up the, I think it's is it pinned in the official Marvel Snap Discord? So it's the reserve like breakdown list. I'm going to pull that up because I know that they said something about like the percentages and the chances that you get in, that you pull certain cards. So I'd be really curious how closely that aligns and how many variants we end up seeing. And so we're going to push a few of our cards to the orange border. I don't know why, but that's the border level that I chose. That I try to make all of my cards for my videos just so that they're nice and consistent. And so we'll push a few more to the legendary state, get down to maybe 1,000 credits, and then we'll jump in and open. And then while I'm opening them, I'm trying to pull up the percentages in the background because I know they have given us some information. So I've almost been 1,000 collection levels. It's almost been 1,000 collection levels since I've opened any of my reserves. And so I think we should get a decent amount of credits, gold, and variants here. And if anybody knows where that post is, I'll send it to you on Discord so you can clip it for a video. Thank you. And then I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up so that I can reference it as well. Oh, and Jeremiah, you said I'll keep track of what you get. So as far as like gold and things like that, that'd be really helpful. And so have you sent it over just yet? No, probably not, right? Because I know when they came out with the collector's cash or the reserves, they gave us that breakdown in percentages. And so we may have closer to maybe 70 or no, maybe 65 to 68. I'd guesstimate is what we're going to have. We still have 2,500 credits to spend. I may get impatient and start pushing some of my infinite rank cards over to the like splitting them. Maybe we get a couple of black and white variants. Actually, yeah, let's do that. That's going to kind of streamline this process just a little bit. I don't want to make you guys sit and watch just me spending credits for too incredibly long. One variant out of, so Q, you said normally it's 25% new card, 12.5% avatar or variant. And so without the new card, I'm curious how it impacts the percentages since we have the full collection. And so let's go to the ones that we can split. Maybe we can get some decent splits. Is there any that we want to like prioritize? I think our Hell Cow would be a cool one that's black and white, even though he's not as useful as he was before. So you want to say 7 variants and 8 avatars? I think we get closer to, I don't know. I'm going to say 10 avatars for some reason. I don't know. And then I bet we get several 8-bit variants and some other cool things in the process as well. Okay, so we are going to do our infinite splits here to try to push some of these, to spend some of our credits just a little bit faster, and they need to have some cool cosmetic effects as well. The Cynic in me says that new card slot are filled by boosters. I think they said something like that. Jeremiah, hey, how's it going? Thank you for jumping in and joining us. So if you just jumped in, Q said 25% for both for variants and avatars. I'm gonna be optimistic. So if we have 62, I'm gonna say 10 avatars and 9 variants. Whoa, Astros 4 and 4. Oh my, that would be horrendous. I hope we get a few more than that. So I'm gonna say 10 avatars, 8 variants. That's my final answer. 10 avatars, 8 variants. We'll see how closely we get to that point. Harry, you said, "Oh my god, what?" If you take that 25% and distribute across the variants and avatars, you get a 66% chance per reserve for each. And so then you have 62, a few more than 62 actually. We're now at 47. We have 800 more. So we can do, I think I'm going to do one more infinite split here. And then we'll see how many reserves we have to open. And then we can build it up. Let's go ahead and flip the green goblin as well. Looking at my collection log, I stand by it. Okay. I hope we get more than that. But 32 variants per and / cards for every 100 boxes. Variants and avatars. And so if we have half of that, then we should have 16 total. We have a little bit more than half of. We have quite a bit more than half of that actually. So this is where we are going to let it stand. Let's go ahead and split our green goblin, get him a cool background effect. And those are our first splits. So we have 68. We have 68 collector's reserves to go with. And so does everyone's answer kind of stay the same? We can actually, can I do a poll? Oh, it's just like a yes, no. Nah, we won't set up a poll. Gotcha time. Yeah, it's time to pull the collector's reserves. You think 5 and 5, Mohammed? Over or under? We can do ask a poll if you get more avatars than variants. Okay. So I gotta delete variants, avatars, and then is there a way for me to, oh wait, this is the first time I've set up one of these polls. I'm sorry, we're almost done. I thought the yes no had to be included in there. And so we are now running the poll. It should be in the chat, and it will ask, will we open more avatars or variants from 68 collector's reserves? And so you guys are able to push in your answers, and we will end the poll here. We'll give it a minute or two, so that you guys are able to make your answers known. And then Vinkel's here. Do you like avatars? No, I feel like they have a diminishing return. So like the first couple that you pull are incredible, and so like it's really unique to have really special individualized avatars. But after that, you can only use one at a time. They're not as cool. The variants, however, you can apply and use a lot of them. So to a certain degree, I like the avatars, but it can be really easily overdone. Would TLSG pull an avatar? Yes. You're gonna say 8 variants, and so yeah, I think we're gonna get 8 variants, 10 avatars. I would rather more variants though. But we'll team avatar. It is close. It is very, very close. We have 27 votes. It is 48% variants right now, 52% avatars. So many pessimists. I wouldn't mind a Sarah avatar. Each other avatar is meh. Yeah. So after you get like that one that you really enjoy, opening the other ones just feels unimpactful. And so I would like a couple of new avatars so that we can kind of rotate now that the Spider-Woman hair has been I guess corrected. But and it's avatars are now kind of front running. It's 55 to 45%. We're gonna give it just one more minute here, and then we'll end it and we'll start pulling. Pixels at 6,900 is 27. So I imagine you have a few of those coming. Yeah, and those I'm really excited about. For whatever reason, I get really excited about the pixel variants, probably more so than I should. Most of the time, they don't look incredibly great, but it's just something about like the 8-bit, the old school, like nostalgic vibe that I really enjoy. Equally balanced, like how all things should be. I mean, that would be ideal. So we have. I'll give just a couple more seconds and we're going to end the poll. Ooh, so it is a lot closer. Now it's 47-53. 47-53. Somebody asked, what variants do I want? I don't have any necessarily in particular. I would like a couple for a few cards. So for like Wong, for example, I don't have any variants for Wong. And for how often I use Wong jokes, it is a Wong time. Ooh, variants took a lead. Variants took a lead. Is now 51% favored that we'll get more variants over avatars. 0 variants, 0 avatars, 100,000 or 1 million boosters, potentially. I think getting a Wong variant, I don't have any that just necessarily stand out. There are several for like, I would like one for the hood, and just maybe one for Gambit. Some of those like more those cards that I use a little bit more often. But other than that, like an Adam Warlock one I think would be really cool. Arnim Zola, Captain Marvel. I would like to get a Goose variant as well. So I don't have anything in particular in mind, but I do want to see, I'm curious to see what we end up getting. And then Spanner, am I the only one who has a list of specific variants next to them for every store reset? I don't think you're the only one. I think that I might be in the minority. I do like the chibi variants, and then I like the other card. They're really like highly kind of cartoonized. I don't think it's the ones created by Dan. And the Venomized ones look pretty cool to me as well. And so I think I'd be happy with just about whatever variant we get. But our Patriot one, we actually have a Patriot one. And let me go to Energy. And so the Patriot one, I like this art style. And I don't know that this is chibi or not. Yeah, that one is the chibi. I think the chibi, and then like the ones from Dan, the Dan Hip, yeah, the Dan Hip ones I think are really like really unique. They're very bright, colorful, and I think that like they're positive, and so I think I like those. If I get 8-bits, chibis, and any Dan Hips, I think I'll be happy here. And so variants actually took a lead. We are going to go ahead and end the poll. It ended at 53% or 52% in favor of variants, 47% in favor of more avatars. And so thank you guys for the positivity, the positive outlook. You are all very much optimists. And you can feel Wong. So I want the Gamora variant with the face and knife. Just got Chibi Arrow. Oh yeah, Arrow has some really, really cool ones. Todd English, boo. Todd English, what are you booing over? I may have missed it, but what is the boo for? You can actively hate the babies. The art germ ones are pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and start opening some. I'm gonna be on the pessimistic side. I'm gonna say 10 avatars, 8 variants. We're gonna start at 425. The chibis. I want classic artists. I got you. And so I could see that. I think a good mixture is kind of where it should be. Everyone do gasp Q for hating babies. You can't hate babies. They're so cute. So we have 68 collector's reserves that we're going to unlock. I think that we're going to end up pulling more avatars than variants. Chat says that we're going to get more variants. It was a very close match. Out of 38 votes, it was 52% in favor of pulling more variants than avatars. We're going to start at 425 credits, 9,040 gold. And so we will kind of keep track of what we unlock and what we get so that we can see what the collector's reserves, if those kind of statistics or those percentages add up with kind of what was posted, especially in a post-completed collection kind of environment. And so let's go ahead and start pulling them. So the first one we come up, I do expect to get a fair amount of boosters. Always feels a little bit bad And then the first one that we get is a Ronin variant, which I think is really timely. I think this is I enjoy this variant. I'm kind of excited about this one. We don't currently have a Ronin variant, and Ronin is really prevalent right now. And so that is one in the variant category. So let's kind of keep going, see what, and then right after, following up right away, we get a new avatar. So it is now 1-1. Not a bad start. Out of 3, we get one card variant, 1 avatar. Hopefully we can kind of keep that luck streak going. So then we get we get the Vision Armpit. So we get 200 gold. We had 68 to open, 400 credits. I don't think we will hit max credit cap, but we might. And then the Dan Hip. So we get another avatar. So now we are swinging in favor of the avatars. We have two avatars. We have Uwadu, the Watcher. The streamer luck is unreal. We have Uwadu, the Watcher, which I think I might end up switching to this at some point. I feel like I make enough like predictions about what card we're going to draw, what the opponent's going to play, that Uwadu, the Watcher, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of fitting. So I may go with an avatar switch sometime sooner rather than later. So we are in favor of avatars right now. We get a little bit more gold. Gold is actually going to be very, very much appreciated. A little bit more gold, especially with the variants going up in price. Ooh, Avatar is taking a commanding lead. We are 3-1 in avatars versus our variants, and so we get Scarlet Witch. I'm going to want to spend some of our gold. We have 9,000. We have a huge amount of gold to spend, and with the price hike of variants coming up with the collector's reserve announcement, I think I may start spending one. Oh no. So the prediction was 10 avatars and 8 variants. We are 4 avatars in and only 1 variant unlocked. We get a Sabretooth one. This is not looking good, variant gang. This is not looking good. There's still time for a comeback. We still have plenty to unlock. 700 levels worth. Oh no. Okay, we get a Pixel variant. So we get Doctor Strange. So that brings it back in the variant favor a little bit, and we get a Pixel variant, which I am a fan of. Maybe more so than I should be, but it's something about the nostalgia. So it's something about the nostalgia of the Pixel variants that I really do enjoy. And so now it is 4-2. Several boosters. I want Wong only. I have been looking for a Wong variant in the store. I haven't been able to find one. I would take any Wong variant and be happy with it. Ooh, so it is now back in closer to that 50-50. We are 3-4 in favor of avatars right now. We get the Blue Marvel Pixel variant, which I actually like this one. As far as Pixel variants go, this one I think it looks pretty sleek. And then we're hoping for the Wong variant. It's coming back. Variant gang, you may not be out of the running. Ooh, now it's tied. That is 3 Pixel pulls in a row. So now we have the Spectrum Pixel art variant as well, which I think is a pretty decent looking one as well. So we are now tied 4-4. That is 3. Oh, I guess not 3 in a row, but as far as avatars or pulls go, it is 3 Pixel variants in a row. And so with the odds of this pull, it should even out. Buy a lotto ticket. If this luck keeps going, we will absolutely jump in and buy a lotto ticket. Okay, so now it is 5-1. We get the Hell Cow avatar. So it is now 5-1, and then the Spectrum after Blue Marvel was very fitting since there are a couple. And both of those pixel art variants I think are some of the better pixel art that are available, and so definitely very much appreciated and welcomed. So let's go ahead and we get another new avatar. So now it is 6-4, 6-4 in favor of avatars. It is starting to look a little bit unfavorable. We are having pretty good luck in both the variants and avatar category, but I'm curious how it will pan out. Ooh, that is 3 avatars in a row. So now it is 7-4. Just when variants made a comeback, avatars took a commanding lead. So let's keep going. We have several left to go. We have about 400 collection log levels, however many reserves that would end up being. But right now, avatars, and we get another one in the avatar category. Is that 7 to 4? No, that's 8 to 4, right? Was that 4 avatars in a row? Okay, so it's 8 to 4. It's not looking good for the variant crew. We get the Captain America variant, which this one we don't currently have a Captain America variant. So this one is welcomed. It will definitely be used, and that makes it 8 to 5. We still have we have quite a few reserves left. It could stage or pose a comeback, but avatars have a pretty commanding lead. That is now 9 to 4 in favor of the avatars. We are going in the way of ongoings. So with our variants, we are getting a lot of variants around the ongoing cards. And then we now have another new avatar. 9 to 4. 9 to 4, several hundred gold. We may be at maybe 1,000 gold by this point. And then quite a few credits as well. So it's 9 to 5. 9 to 5, you're right. It is like our day job, working 9 to 5. We get thank you, chat, for keeping me honest. It's 9 to 5. We get some more gold. The collector reserve is another new avatar. I think Avatar is going to win. I don't think they can ever recover from this deficit. What a way to make a living, working that 9 to 5. So we get another avatar. We get the Yondu avatar. That is 10 to 5. That is a huge deficit with only a couple hundred levels to go. This is huge. This is so many avatars so far. Quite a few credits. That's an additional 600 credits that we just unlocked. We do get a steampunk Infinite variant. So I don't currently have any for the Infinite. So that one's good. I will take that one. We use Infinite quite a bit. So now it is 10 to 6. Still heavily in favor of the avatars. Maybe we can get a couple of variants in a row. Can we go for the three-peat? We get a Maximus one. This one is the Kid variant, which I've seen quite often. I think this is more common as far as Maximus goes. Oh wow, we forgot to change the layouts. I don't think I have one set up since we've gone this far. Ah, that's unfortunate. Let's see, does this one... That's me a little bit bigger. We'll go with this one for now. It doesn't... If you guys send a super chat or anything right now, we won't get the notification. But we will switch over to this. Unfortunate. Sorry guys, I forgot to switch it. But this one works. This one... Oh, Kraken Null, you think it looked fine? Should we, as far as like consistency goes, should we keep that one? And I just add a disclaimer at the start that it was following our live stream. Give a good plug to the live stream. Give a good plug to the live stream, and then let them know that we did this to wind down a stream. Or should we switch over? I think as far as consistency goes, I think we need to go back to this one. I like the other one better. But since we started this one, we've unlocked so many. I think we keep this one for now. Yeah, I think the consistency, it'd make a weird gap in between, and it would let people know how unorganized I am sometimes. So yeah, the Maximus one. So the Maximus one is pretty nice. I'm definitely in favor of this Maximus one. I'm definitely going to use this one. As far as Maximus variants goes, I see this one quite a bit, but I think it is one of the better looking ones. And so... Is that now 9 to 7? It wasn't. No, it's 10 to 7, right? Because we had 2 back to back. Okay, so we have 10 to 7. We have 10 avatars in favor of the 7 variants. We did get back to back. Can we go for the three-peat Collector's Reserve variant pool? No. The dream is squashed, but we are getting close. It is coming back a lot closer than I thought it was going to be once I saw the 10 to 5. And so let's go with the Collector's Reserve. We now get 10 to 8. We do get a Hood variant. which this hood variant is one that was on my list. I wanted a hood variant because we use him quite often. Unfortunately, it doesn't impact the demon token, but I do like this hood variant. I think he is pretty sleek. I think he looks pretty good. But that is now 10 to 8. It is becoming really, really close. It's really close. I think I'm going to overshoot my prediction of the 10 and 8 because we still have 300, a little over 200 levels to go from the reserves. And then we get another pixel variant. We get Destroyer, which I mean, look at that guy. Hold on. I mean, look at that guy. He's so intimidating. Like, you know that you lose. You see that come down, you know that you lose. Yeah, Q, this is your intimidating Destroyer. So that is now, what, 10 to 9? In favor of Avatar still, but variants made a pretty big comeback. We could still swing it in favor of variants. What is this luck? We get another pixel variant. So we've had I think 5 pixel variant unlocks. We get the Jessica Jones, which this one I'm not a huge fan of this pixel variant, but that does even us up. We are now even in variant pools versus our avatars. And so it is now 10 to 10. It is anybody's game. We have 26 reserves left to pull. Oh my gosh. We definitely undershot how many we were going to pull. And oh my gosh. That is 3 back to back to back, right? Yeah. That was 3 variant pulls back to back to back. Let's see if we can keep that going. Maybe we get another one. No, we break it with the credits, but we do have about 25 left to pull. We are due for an unlucky spree. Okay, so we get another avatar. That's still pretty decent. We will take those. We will work on our avatar collection. I count those as wins. I do want more variant unlocks than avatars, but avatars are coming out swinging. We are now 12 to 10. Avatars in favor, but we have plenty of caches left to pull. We get a little bit more gold. We get another new avatar, so they're coming back out on that lead. They're now 13 to 10. It's starting to look a little bit bleak for our variant friends, but just when all hope is lost, we get another variant. We get the Iron Man variant, which we all will get a free Iron Man variant with the launch of the game, but I think this Iron Man variant looks pretty sleek. I think I may use this one over the one that's dropped for free, just to kind of stand out. But I do like this one. I think this one looks pretty good. And so that puts us at 13 avatars, 11 variants, with a decent amount to go. Maybe we can bring it back in. Who is the artist? It didn't say who the artist was on this one, so I'm not for sure on the Iron Man art. Pixel deck livestream Friars, yes, absolutely. I think with how many pixel variants we pulled, I think I can build a full deck list. It's going to be really unsynergistic, but I think it'll be fun to stream. And so now we are 13 avatars, 11 variants. Let's see how much we can balance it out. Hopefully variants make a comeback, but we will see. Are we going to pull all of the pixel variants? So we get a Drax, which right now the pixel variants are only available from like the collection track, collector's reserves. And so I'm happy pulling the pixels because we can't buy those in the store. But that is now 13 to 12. And I think, what is that, 7 pixel variants just from this session of openings? Not bad at all. So then we have credits. We don't follow it up with the back-to-back this turn to even out our pool completely. We do get another new avatar. So it is 14 to 12 in favor of our avatars. We've got a decent amount of avatars. The issue I have with avatars is that it's kind of like diminishing returns. After you have one really cool one, opening new ones, you don't really necessarily switch those around that often. And so let's see if we can get it back in the favor of our variant friends. We have 13 left to go. We have 13 left to go. Still plenty of time to even it out. We have quite a few quite a few credits and gold coming in. We now get another pixel variant. We are going to have our pick of pixel art variations. Oh my gosh, that is 8 pixel variants, and we get Sarah, which I have not seen the Sarah one. I think this one looks pretty decent. It is definitely going to be in our lists for a while. We definitely have a full deck of pixels at this point, and so chat, keep me honest. Is that oh, I lost track. Is that 15? Is that 15 to 13? Yeah, the full pixel deck, 14 avatars, 13 variants. Thank you, Q. So it is very, very close. And yeah, I definitely want to do a full pixel art variant or deck stream. I think that's going to be really, really fun to do, and really, really interactive. And so, or at least fun to watch. It may be painful to watch, but I think it'll be fun nonetheless. So that should be coming up sometime soon. Mohammed, you said it was 15 to 13? Because I know that we pulled the Infinite avatar. Did we pull another one in between? And it's hard to go back to look at them. You can check your avatar list, but it's not in order, right? They're kind of placed in there. Yeah, math is hard. And Akshay, you said 14 and 13, or 14. Yeah, 14 and 13 as well. Okay. So I'll use the 14 and 13 for now. 14 avatar, 13 variants. I'll use the avatar. I'll use that count for now. I'll in post. I'll go back and I'll check it. We have 11 left. We have 11 left. I thought it was 15 as well, but maybe I mistracked it. You're keeping track as well, and the queue is right. Okay, perfect. And so we have 11 reserves left. We have 14 avatars that we've pulled. We have 13 variants, so it is a really, really close competition. And I vastly undershot the number of avatars and variants that we were going to unlock here. So we have well surpassed my expectations. We now get the Namor. We now get the Namor avatar. So it is now 15 avatars. 13 variants. Not very much time for the variants to make a comeback. It's looking like it's going to be the Avatar gang. It looks like it's going to be the Avatar gang. We get the Green Goblin. That is now 16 to 13. With only 8 reserves left. That would have to be some insane luck to balance it out at this point. So the 16 to 13... I think avatars are taking it by a landslide. It is now 17 to 13 in favor of our avatar friends. We have so many of those to use. Let's see if we can get at least a couple. Oh my gosh, they are just ending in style. They're coming out in spades. They're bringing out their dominant force. Avatar's definitely for the win. James Cameron's eating good. So I lost track again. Keeping math is hard. Is that 18 avatars now? Okay, that's 18 avatars, 13 variants. We don't even have enough reserves left to come back, but I hope that we at least get a Wong. If the last reserve is a Wong, I will feel like this is an overwhelming success. I've been waiting for a Wong in the store or on the collection log. I make the Wong joke so often that I really think it would. I really want to have a variant for Wong. So let's see if we can maybe get lucky on these last couple of pulls. We only have a handful left. Avatar gang just had to rub it in. They just had to rub it in. It is 19 to 13. 19 avatars in favor of our 13 variant friends. Variants hung in there for a while, but they just, in the end, they didn't have the stamina. They didn't have the endurance to make it all the way. I mean, if we get a Wong avatar, that's okay too. At least we could switch to that. We now have 20 avatars. Oh, this last 11, we've pulled so many avatars in comparison to our variants. So it is 20 avatars to our 13 variants. We have What is it? 2 more? We have 2 more. We need Wong here. We could use the credits for more pulls, but that kind of delays it a little bit. And I don't know how long you guys want to hang on while I spend my credits to reinvest. And so let's go with the collector's reserve. Oh my gosh, the avatars. Who I knew that I knew that it could go Wong, but I did not know that it could go this Wong. Oh my gosh, that is 21 avatars, 13 variants. It was neck and neck for the longest time, and then avatars are they came to win. They wanted to take out the overtime. They came for the championship. Why not use the credits for more pulls? I just don't want the avatars to win. I don't know that we can. 7 of the last 9 were avatars. I don't know that we can overcome. This. Can we get a Wong variant, a Wong avatar, or the Salt in the Wound, the Salt in the Wound Wong boosters for our last pull? It's credits. We get credits, and so we got about 3,800 credits. A decent amount of gold. I think it was about 1,500 gold. I don't know if avatars or boosters are worse. I don't know. They both feel pretty rough. So our avatar list didn't update, did it? So I'm gonna force close out of the game. One more pull. We're gonna go with the standard one more. We're gonna go with the standard one more play. Let me spend just a little bit. We're not gonna do all of our credits, but we are gonna spend one more. I feel an avatar coming. And so we need to try and pull it. One more until we get an avatar or variant. Oh my gosh, I thought it was just the one more issue for the games, but I think we're gonna run into the one more for our reserves as well. One more until we get Wong. Okay, so this is our one more. Right now it's 21 avatars, 13 variants that we've unlocked. 1,400 gold, which is quite a bit of gold. It's almost 2 full variants that we can purchase on our own, and then 3,800 credits. So let's see if we can pull a variant here. It's more credits. Okay, we got to go one more. Don't worry, I only want the Doom avatar now, and I just hit 7,000 collection log. That's incredible. That's incredible, Kraken. 7,000. I'm pushing what, like 5,000? We were neck and neck for a while, and so that you're already at 7,000 is huge. So it is time for the one more. It is time for the one more like copium where we just keep lying to ourselves. And so let's go ahead and split this one. I feel like we have a decent shot at getting the black and white. I've split America Chavez several times, but we don't get the black and white, unfortunately. So let's upgrade one more. Do we? And someone said upgrade Wong. All right, let's upgrade Wong. We got to upgrade Wong to get Wong. We got to put the Wong vibe into the atmosphere. We need a fitting end to our collection journey. So we're going to upgrade him a couple of times, and then we will unlock that reserve, and we're just going to hope that it is a Wong avatar or Wong variant. Either one, I consider this a success. Two Wongs make another Wong, but 3 Wongs make a right. Is that's not how it goes, right? So what's going to be Wong? I don't think I have enough boosters to split him. I only have, I think, 50 boosters left on him. So we can upgrade him a couple of times, but we won't be able to get it all the way there. So, oh, you spent some Wong boosters? Here's some Wong boosters. Okay, so this is our second iteration of one more. We need a variant, any variant, and I will end it. We just got too many avatars in a row that we need something good. Another avatar. I feel like we're going to end up copying them and just hoping for an avatar, and we're going to end up spending all of our credits on one more chances. Chat pushing for the one more. I want at least one more variant. That is what I'll settle for. I want at least one more variant. That puts us at 22 avatars to variant ratio. This is the way. We have to get one more variant. Just go until you get a variant. Until I get a variant or I run out of credits. Otherwise it's not a success. And so let's push one over infinite so that we can spend a lot of those credits pretty quickly. Oh, that Iron Fist avatar. Push your variant to the left. Unfortunate. Collector's tokens couldn't come sooner. 6 boosters in a row. Yeah, that definitely does hurt as well. So we have had something like 13 avatars since we have seen our last variant. We are overdue for a variant pull here. Let this be the last one more lie to myself that I tell. Let this one be the truth. Let's hope for a Wong variant. We will accept any variant at this point. That is 200 credits. We got to go again. It's never going to end. This is going to be a never-ending stream. don't forget to make some surprise faces or angry faces. Oh my gosh! That way I'm pointing to one like the avatar, real angry, and then one to the variant, real happily. I'm not great at angry faces. I'm not great at just like overly expressionful faces anyways. But the president called. He wants you to do one more. This is going to be long going. This is not going to. This may not ever end. We may run out of credits. TLSG now. It's fuming. Okay, so we have one more. We do need this to be a variant. This has gone on for way too long. It is your time now, Wong. If ever there was a time, it is now. Did you say Wong going? Yes, I said Wong going. This has been going on for so long that it is Wong going. It is never ending. This is the one. This is the variant pool that we need. 400 credits. Oh my gosh. We're never going to get there. This is going to be a 24-hour live stream just trying to get another variant pool. And to think that it was neck and neck all the way up until the last like 13 reserves is just mind-blowing. What is wrong with you guys? So as far as like streamer luck being rigged, I think this may put an end to it. We had a really good run. We had a really good streak. Had we ended just a little bit earlier, we would have been even. On the bright side, a variant-a-thon. They're just giving you extra credits so that you can go for that next pool. Mission failed. We'll get Wong next time. Get back, dust yourself off, and get back in there. Let's do one more upgrade. This is the last upgrade we got. This is the last one. I don't want to. I mean, we got a variant for Maximus. I don't want to boost him over. I want to use my boosters for him for the variant. So let's do a Mysterio. Pull until another variant. If what I'm hearing, yeah, that's what we're doing. Hayes, we're pulling until we get another variant. We have. We'll look at how many creds we have before we pull this one, and we're really close to that next reserve, so we'll at least be able to do that next one as well. We have 1,850 credits remaining, so we have a decent amount. We can go for a while, but we need this to be Wong. It's good to get splits on your base cards first, so your variants can get better splits. Is that how it works, Jeremiah? I thought each one was kind of like a base of its own. Yeah, and then the new Mysterio variant looks really cool. I'm really excited to get that one or maybe buy it because I think it looks pretty sleek, and I haven't seen really any Mysterio variants to this point. So base card cost half as much credits to upgrade? Really? I'm learning so much. I didn't know that. And so this is going to be the collector's reserve. It has been a really long time since we have gotten a variant from our reserves. The last one that we got was at level 4,582. Just a little bit over 200 collection levels since we have seen a variant. We've seen plenty of avatars, but since we have seen a variant, it has been that long. So let's hope for the Wong variant. A variant in general, okay, we will take it. A little unfortunate that it is Lady Sif. We already have the one from the season pass last season, but we will take it nonetheless. That is a variant. That is what we want to end on. The final tally is 22 avatars, 14 variants. We got 13 pools. Kraken R, thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. We got 13 booster pools, 17 credit pools that came up, and 7 gold pools. But that was an immense amount of boosters and credits and reserves that we ended up pulling. We got a lot of good variants. I feel a little deflated because 22 avatars is not the ratio that I wanted for my variant pulls. But I mean, nonetheless, we got 14 really, really good variants that we're definitely going to put to use in some of our upcoming decks. So I can't be too sad about it. We got plenty of credits. We got plenty of gold as well. And so overall, I think this is an overwhelming success. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. We do need to jump back over. It is about time for my daughter to wake up from her nap. It doesn't look like I'm going to be taking a nap along with her today. We're just going to push through. We are going to be doing a full pixel deck very, very soon. That's something that I think will be a lot of fun. I will throw them into a deck list and see if we can. I think we have a few that we'll be able to pick and choose. Oh, Q. Oh, no. You shouldn't have told us that it was 73 reserves. We need 2 more. We need to make it 75. 75 pops better. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. I'm actually going to do just a couple more. 75 sounds better. It is a better title. 73 sounds a little bit... it's not a good... I mean, it's not an even number regardless, but it's just not a good number. So Q, this is on you. We're gonna keep this going forever. But no matter what we pull here, just the last 2 will be what we end up with. So 75 is gonna be what we end on. So let's go with the last couple of upgrades. I like how 1 more has turned into 2 more, turned into 10 more. Q coming in for the clutch. I know, I do need a nap. Okay, so we have our last 2 variants to we have our last 2 reserves to pull. It's a very good even round 75 collector's reserves pulled. We are very heavily in favor of variants over avatars or avatars over variants right now. Let's see if maybe we get another variant as a result. So we do get back-to-back variants. The last one we pulled was a variant, the Calling Wing. I think this is I'm happy with that. We get a couple variants in a row. Can we end on a positive note and get 3 in a row? Oh no. We just had to add salt into the wound just a little bit with an avatar to end the stream off. Harry, we're not doing 1 more. That is the last one. That's all we can do. That's all we have time for. I do like the Calling Wing that we ended up pulling. I like the Hulk Buster avatar as well. And then Dunkor, I see that you just jumped in. We are just working on our sign off. We just opened 75 collector's reserves to see how many variants we would get, what variants we would get. And so that will be on the instant replay. I'll also make a video out of it as well. But thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out, just for the incredible chat back and forth. If Revarc, if I thought I could do 25 more with the Sign off is 40% of the stream. Yeah, Jeremiah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one. If I thought I could pull 25 more, I would. 100 definitely sounds better in a title, but 75 I think is sufficient. We are going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for encouraging me to always do just one more. That I don't know. I just enjoy it. I fall into this rabbit hole. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend, or I hope you have a great start to your week. I hope that you have a great rest of your Friday, and I am going to go catch a quick nap while I still can. Thank you guys for everything, for just being the amazing community that you are. This has been TLSG. Later, guys.